Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Street Savvy, the podcast, and I'm the host, Jay Works, to the afternoon edition at 12 p.m. That's right. Yes, we started off well today on this great Thursday. Got a little rain up here in upstate New York, but guess what? With rain, it comes me, baby. It comes Jay Works in his helpful voice. Folks, I hope to God you guys having a great day, just like I am. And I always love coming to you with this great podcast, with this great voice that God gave me, and the praises, and to talk about things that's on my mind and things that's happening in the world today without any doubt and discovery. So listen, we're going to get started. But the topic today, I want you guys to melt on it before we get in it, especially my YouTubers, my Facebookers, my TikTokers. I want you guys to hear me out. The topic is simple. Do you know anybody in your family or your circle who loves you, or who don't love you, or hate or envy you? Who loves you or don't love you, or hate or envy you? Ponder on that, and let's get this show started, folks. All right, in world news, Letitia James, quote unquote, is back in the news again. Donald Trump has asked New York State, or New York, Manhattan DA's office to drop the civil suit, the $400 and something million civil suit, and plus interest every day he don't pay him. And guess what? The New York State AG, Letitia James, reject the request from Donald Trump. Rejected her whole office. They said, hey, you got away with the criminal because you was you reelected, but not this civil. You gonna pay, allegedly. You know what? What I got to say on that is we will see. We will see. Because Donald Trump, we all know, is nothing to play with. And when he's going after somebody, he goes after them. And we know he don't like her. He said it in plenty of words, and he said it every time he goes to court in New York. He said it's a witch hunt. She got something out for him. Well, sir, you better start paying back some of that money, because it's going to happen. She's going to make sure. She's a woman who's dedicated to her word. I tell you, I watched her, quote unquote, allegedly, when she was setting it straight with the previous governor, Governor Cuomo. We miss you, Governor Cuomo. When she was setting it straight with him and going after what she think was right and what she think was broken with the law. And she said, listen, I could run for governor, but I want to finish what I started. I started going after these criminals, which she named of J. Donald Trump, and she named the Governor Cuomo, and she succeeded. Do I believe in her? That was her word. She said it. I don't know how fast she's going to go to work on keep fasting on getting these criminals off the street or getting them exposed. But Miss James, I salute you. Do what you got to do. It's going to happen. In other news, world news, hip-hop news, Jay-Z, Sean Carter is in the news. Someone is allegedly, in year 2000, allegedly, that Jay-Z and Diddy pulled an offense on her at a party or after party. And before it came out, allegedly, the lawyer who is representing these people, or this young lady, sent out a letter saying, hey, we won't expose you if you pay this number. We won't say this unless you pay this number. And Jay-Z says, I'm not going for it. Bring the criminal charges up. Charge me in court. You're not going to shake me down. I got kids. I got a whole world watching. I'm a family man. I'm from Brooklyn. I'm from the borough of Brooklyn. Marcy Projects. We don't get down like that, my brother. You ain't gonna shake me down. We do the shaking down. Now, those ain't Jay-Z words. Those are my words. But allegedly, this is gonna show down in court or the public eye or be dropped. And listen, I don't shed no light on neither one. I got no money on neither one. I got no hope. But I do got hope with God. Whatever it is, for all parties, we hope God straighten it out and he keep his hands on it. He keep it all in his blood. Because where there's smoke, there's fire. And where there's bull is the devil. You know where the eye is at. In sporting news, almighty Celtics locks over the weekend. Yes, to the Memphis Grizzlies. But they still on top. Still second in the division, still stroking. And the Boston Red Sox still looking for high-powered free agents, bat or pitcher. They've been chasing after these bats, but they also need pitching. They've been the worstest team in the last 4 years in free agency. Bad deals, no deals, you name it. My Boston Red Sox ain't did jack. They ain't like their counterparts. The NBA team, the Celtics or Bruins, they go for it. They go for it. Or Patriots, they go for it. The Red Sox ain't went for it in a long time. Hopefully, the season and off season and winter ball season, the winter meetings work out for the Boston Red Sox. Okay, that's all in public news that I got to say. Let's get on to the task at hand. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jay Works, and this is Street Savvy, and here is the quote, and here is the topic of the day. Do you know, or do you have loved ones who you don't know love you or hate you or envy you? I think we all do. I think we all have those family members who just don't like us, who just like the bad part, the bad taste in their mouth when we walk in the room, when we speak, when we doing things for the family, when we having gatherings, when we calling around, come to my house, come to my party, come to this housewarming. We got those family members, they nose in the air, talking behind your back, saying things, thinking you feel like you're better than them or you wear different clothing. And it may be that, not even the source. But you had those children who's always going to talk about you, regardless how you do, how you change your life, how you a different person, how you left for the greater, how you and the mother split up for the greater, better, or whatever case have you. Somebody's always going to talk. Let me tell you something. Somebody told me, Jay, how long Jesus been dead? I said, whoa, for eons of years, if that's the word. He said, yes. And they still do what? I said, talk about him. He said, there you go. He said, no matter how much you love your kids, your wife, your sisters, your brothers, your aunt, cousins, and uncles, your mother and father, someone gonna have some good and bad to say or slander your name, either which way it go. And you don't need to defend yourself. It's just what it is. Just take it good as it comes. The good and the bad. And I thought about that. And that point is really right, folks. I seen a podcast on Baby of Cash Money. He says, envy and hate is two powerful things. He said, hate, I'd rather have the haters around me. Haters ain't gonna do too, but the ones who envy are trying to kill you. Try to kill you. Will try to rob you and help you find it. That type of thing I don't want. And I big up the Baby from pointing that out. And he's right. I've been noticing over the years with family members, best friends, mud and water, sticking in blood, all types of innuendos of people who just really has it in for you. Or just feel like you think you on this mountain. They want to see you. Misery loves company. They want to see you down on your knees. They want to see you broke. They want to see you embedded to them with their bullcrap. Folks, listen, you don't got to take that. Shut your door. Block them. Close the window. Don't speak. Smile when you see them. Let it be known who you are inside. Because whatever they thinking is a bunch of the devil and this bull. I'm telling you. Even in my own home, at times I done thought in my life, someone in the house got something against me. Someone in the house got something bad to say. And in the streets will tell you. Because they don't mind saying, I don't mess with them. They say word, I don't mess with them. I don't F with them. I don't know what's up with them. I ain't seen them. You just seen me. We just had a family gathering. Or we live in the same house. And they don't know. That's what that, let me tell you what it does. Streetwise. This is street knowledge here, folks. When you tell other people in the street people, enemies, friends or foe, the ops, how you young folks call it, quote unquote, or someone your family member dislike, and you don't have problems with neither or, you don't mess with your family, you don't speak to them, you don't know where they're at, that gives them the extra edge. That gives them the extra, the soaring on the sword. That gives them more ammunition to harm you with words, with fear, with physical attributes, with domination, you name it, at work, because you got envy in your heart for your loved one. You tell someone who you don't have no quarrels with, and they got quarrels with your loved one, that you don't deal with them. Right there, you open up a can of worms and could get your family member hurt or killed, no matter what, or humiliated in the public eye, especially on social media. And I got a cousin. I'm not gonna say the person name. Is a female. Me and her don't get along. And I can figure out what some reasons were. We had a few words at one of my workplaces. She didn't like what I said to her, as far as, the capacity, this and that. Case may be, she started saying things. I started saying things, but she thought I called her a word that I don't call women or anyone else, or said she was doing things I never said, and she took it to a different level. She went to social media that next day or the next hour, started saying some innuendos, started saying things that don't really fit my cup of tea. I'm not a part of that. She said it, and it got out there. And some family members was really mad. Some family members kept dealing with her. And she kept on. She kept on poking the bear. And I stand fast on it. Never said nothing back to her face to face. Never told her, watch your mouth, stop playing with me, I'm not the one to play with. She my little cousin. I don't say too much to her, but listen, let me tell you what that do. That fuels people like that fire, who envies, who got hate. Because when you don't say nothing to them, when you don't put the fear back in them, or you don't say, listen, something gonna go down if you don't stop. God gonna stop you. If you don't say things of that nature, they keep on poking the bear. But let me tell you something. For family members who like that, because I got several. You stay away from them. You stay far away from them. You stay far away, you can't even see them. They come around, you look the other way. They try to speak when they got a little soul in them, drugs, alcohol, you don't even say a word. Because they done forgot what they done said. They done forgot how much they done stabbed you, done wound you. But they ain't broke you. Stay away from them. Stay completely away. I had a conversation with one of my sisters the other day about family. And she said, bruh, nah, I choose not to do it. I choose not to conversate. I choose not to go to gatherings. I choose not to be involved. Anything. Because nonsense always follow verbalists. And I said, I hear you, sis. I told her, I hear her. She's one of my street sisters. I said, you can love your family from far. You can love them from a different city. You don't got to mess with them. And I tell my kids the same thing about family members who they feel like got something in for them, or a little slick, or say, come out their mouth the wrong way, or think they're a little tougher than them. You don't got to play with their rules. You don't got to show them you can hurt them. You don't got to show them you can scar them. And that's one thing with the black and brown culture today. We always got to challenge our family members, our kids, our brothers, our sisters, our mothers, and our fathers, or our best friends out there whose blood and mud is thick, blood sometimes be thinner than mud and water. Remember that. And we challenge them too. We be challenging them too. Folks, you don't got to deal with it. Even with your spouse, your boyfriend, your husband, your girlfriend, your wife. It'd be a lot of envy in the house. I swear up and down, my wife be coming at my neck sideways for a lot of different reasons. I don't even know. I'd be like, what the hell? You know, what's going on? What happened today? We can't have a conversation. I heard saying something real drastic. And I tell her, I feel like some days you got it in for me. I feel like you can pick up that phone and call whoever sometimes. And you hate to say that, but that's how you feel. And you got to check it before it gets far. Love is real strong. Family supposed to be stronger than love. Hear my words. Family's supposed to be stronger than words. Any word you could ever lay down. But it's not, folks. I got female family members. I look at them like, oh, you know I'm your cousin. You know I'm your big cousin. Because I don't like how they be around me. Or how their whole aura is. And I'm not going to say what it is. You just think about it. And what we was all raised on, my dad used to joke like, listen, no matter what I did, if I was a whore or not, I made sure all of you guys know you guys are family. My worstest thing for you guys is not to know each other and y'all run into each other. And that's what I tried to do. But guess what, folks? That sentiment almost out the window because it's best even not to know who's kidding you. Because they be trying to violate, disrespect, discover, borrow, have too much, want too much, talk too much. I got two of my sons don't even speak today because one done told the other one he felt like he needed to be a bigger brother with his hand, putting his hands on him. As far as them putting on gloves, fighting, as far as that level. One of my sons like, that ain't happening. He said, Dad, so before that won't go down, I'm not going to mess with the man. I'm not going to talk to him. I'm not going to ask about no kids. And I said, that'd be your best bet. Leave it alone. That's your brother. No matter what he's going through, don't show that fire with that gas he's throwing out. Period. Sometimes you got to tell family members, I'm dead to you. Don't say nothing to me. Don't play with me. We wasn't raised together. Don't do it. Your words have to have conviction in them. Without prejudice. Because I got some fair friends out there today, America, that they family. I got some street nieces and nephews, black, white, Hispanic, brown, gorgeous, female, male, children, you name it. They love me just as much as my blood relatives do. And sometimes show me more love and support. No, I don't weigh those out, but I understand it. And I respect it, especially my Latino community. The Latino community and here in Syracuse, upstate New York, Rochester, Buffalo, Utica. I love my Latino people. My Latino nieces and nephews are the best. I got one of my nieces. She work at a salon, right? Hey, Auntie, Miss Liz Smith. How you doing, Auntie? She work at a salon. One of my Spanish street nieces. And every time I need a ponytail for this gorgeous lock hair, or I need a ponytail just to let the hair air out, my niece throwing it up. She putting the spray. She combing down the front edges. She make it up look real good. And I salute to her. So you ever on Pond Street in Syracuse, New York, on Pond Street, It's a barber shop right on that corner. She got a chair in there. She Latino. Go check her out. She do wigs, she do updos, she do laces, she do everything, especially ponytails. She lay you down. Go check her out. She one of my nieces. Respect. But yeah, sometimes you can have those family members hate and envy you. It could be a sister, a brother, a niece, a cousin, a child. It's best to leave them alone. It's best. I hate a family feud, but you got some family members just hate you for the wrong reasons and envy you for all the wrong reasons. And have since day one. You will never know till you hear it out their mouth, till they get drunk one day, till they be in a family gathering and you dancing better than them. You always talk with a mouthpiece. You talk with a sense of respect, not urgency and disrespect. You don't lie, everything come out your mouth. Family hate that. Your family hate that you authentic. You keep it real with yourself. Not real with the public, but real with yourself. It's not about keeping it real no more with the hood or the neighborhood. It's really about keeping it real to yourself. Understanding what self-worth is today for you and your family and generational wealth. And a lot of us as black and brown Americans hate that. They plain got haterade in their system. Period. They don't mind, want to find something on you. They don't think you are that person. Actually, they want you to be like them with a little blemish on their record, blemish on their career, blemish on their conversation, blemish on their social media pages. They want to hate so much, they put it in front of you. They hang out with you to see your flaws. Be careful for those who hate and envy you. Powerful things. Powerful things. You have to be careful. Because I'm going to tell you this story real quick. As we all know, God has been dead for eons of years. Right? He died on that cross and that blood and that pain for us. Have a better day, a better life, a better understanding. Food and nurturing. TLC for each other. Right? The Son of Jesus Christ. But guess what? Everything he placed us here for, he died for, we disqualify. I'm part of it, you part of it, we disqualify. Because there's certain things we say to family and loved ones and do to them, we have no business crossing them like that. In no way, shape, form, or fashion. Especially envy and hating them, you don't do that. You know me, cousins, street cousins, and cousins I grew up with, or people who ain't family, his family, that I love to this day. I mean, last names I know up to this day from this city of Syracuse. And they love me just as much as my blood do. Miss Barnett, how you doing? Thanks for tuning in. But it's always going to be them family members who's out there who don't want to see what good coming out your mouth. Don't want to see the benefits of the cycleization you have with friends and family and people. How people adapt to you. They hate that. They swear you're lying. They hate that you're there for the cause, not just for yourself. They hate that you're not selfish. They hate that you work all the hours you work just to get the nice things, just to drive the nice toys, nice cars, have your house how you want to have it. I had a family member told me the other day, I didn't know you had a podcast. When you started doing that, gave me one of them bullshit looks. And you know me, if you know Jay Works, if you know me, I gave him that smile like, yo, cuz, yeah, go on YouTube, man. It's called Street Oh, yeah, the clothing line's on there. PD Code. I hit him with that. Oh, I remember you was doing that little thing. You know what they do to try to discredit you? This is family and some close friends. They say that little thing. Or hear about your little thing. Hear about your little gift. Hear about your little car. Nah. When you say little, that means you never had it. That means you won't tip that. You don't got the brains or the wherewithal or the cojones to do what I'm doing. Or what I'm trying to do. Just to lead my family to the next decade, to the next generation. Just to understand my people and other people and other color folk, if you know what I mean. Because I don't got to envy or hate any man or any woman, any child in this world, because I got God. I'm rich with God. I'm so rich with God, I talk about it every day. That's the truth. And some of us, all of us, need to find Jesus. Need to have that personal, finest wine relationship with God. Because a lot of this envy and hate you have for loved ones in your family need to go somewhere. It need to go somewhere. I'm telling you, it need to go somewhere. You shouldn't hate or envy Jay Works, for instance. Let's talk about me for 1 minute. You know how many folks have supported PD Code Clothing and Apparel? You know how many folks don't even know that's mine? That's my invention. But you know how many folks notice the adult brand? I sell or P is power. Thousands of them. That's the pettiness and ignorancy of that. PD Code was something that's really my name. In the design, 812, Leo, season. They haven't supported a penny of it. But got their hand on, because I need a sweatsuit, because I want this, because I want that. But those are the same family members who got their hand out, who envy you and hate you. And those are the worst two things in the world a family member can do to you. Because they can't do nothing for you. They don't want to love you. They don't want to give you that handshake, that hug. Your husband or your wife don't want to come to you and say, how was your day? You getting these sales? How you feel? You look good. Because they envy, they frown you, walk them. And they start envying and hating so much, they hurt you. I tell you, when family members try to tell people in the streets, yo, I don't fuck with them. I don't deal with them. They don't know that open a Pandora's box for people to have more ammunition to jump on you. Well, if his family ain't dealing with her, or him or her, we can have open season. But they don't know the real is the real. I don't care how much me and mine don't speak, my children, my brother, my sisters, or we don't live in the same city, live in the same state, understand each other, my baby mothers, whoever. You put your hand on one of my loved ones, you disrespect one of mine, I'm coming. Coming. Respectfully. Respectfully. Hey, Miss Smith, how you doing? Good afternoon. And folks, we all have it in our family. We all have these loved ones or our children, husband or wife, niece and nephew, cousins, that envy us and hate us for no apparent reason. And then you got some a little different, weird. I got several family members who's weird. Really weird. That it's like, I'm not even gonna play with you. Call you on the internet, see how you doing, come by. I'm not even gonna play with you like that. Because your lifestyle is different from mine. And however how you look at me, hey, Miss Fielding, how you doing, Geneva? How you look at me, how you perceive me, we ain't cool. That ain't cool. It is some family members we just can't be around. See, they got lanes. Let me tell you what a lot of people who I call family or friends, they got lanes. I got maps to play with, to live with, to understand. And I'm gonna repeat that again. They got lanes and I got maps. I don't need to be in your circle. I don't need to be in your corner. I don't need to be nowhere around you. I just keep it moving past you. Common sense. I'm not better than no man or woman out there. I just definitely do it different. My swag, my understanding, my well-being and understanding people is two different levels. I promise you. And you ask, how you say that? I done did it all. Mr. Clark, thank you for joining. Dean Clark, guys. I done did it all. Miss Phil said, we can make anyone our family. We can't make new relatives. Relatives and relationships. I get you. That's fair. That's definitely fair. Yes, that's definitely fair. But let me tell you something though. I'm gonna tell you this. I got friends out there, bar owners, business people alike, very gratuitous, very open-minded, business savvy, happy to be them, happy to be black or brown in America, and keep all the negative and the junk away from them. And they're my family. They're my brothers and sisters. They're my street nieces and nephews. But I also have family who has all their own businesses, their own purpose, their own lanes, how they say it, are no good for anybody else. So you ask me who you rather deal with. I'd rather deal with that mud and water family members, them nieces and nephews from the street, or them cousins I just grew up with that ain't blood, because I'm really their family, if you get what I'm trying to say. Because we family, I don't mean you can borrow from me. Because we family, I don't mean you can talk to me any type of way. Because we family, I don't mean you can try to disrespect me and I won't bust your head in to the white meat. Because we family, I don't mean you gotta act weird with me or I gotta act weird with you. Because I'm your father, that don't mean I gotta give you everything. Because I'm your husband, that don't mean you gotta talk to me any type of way you want to talk to me. And because I'm your loved one, that don't mean everything you say gotta be right. And because I'm blood with you and we enjoy the same family members, that don't mean I got to agree with you or speak to you or respect the good or the bad or the ugly that come out your mouth. That's a quote from Mr. Works himself, from Petey himself. Because what you eat don't make me use any type of other bathrooms. I tell you that for sure. Because I'm not going to bring none of my issues to none of my blood relatives. I ain't going to hold you. I got brothers and cousins from the streets don't love cracking you for the white meat. Talking about anything about this hair on this pretty ass head of mine. Women, men, children, all that. And I do the same for them with this education and with love. And respectfully, you ain't gonna disrespect mine. Because I'm gonna tell you something. All of my children, even the ones that's not here, the abortions, the miscarriages, untimely deaths, my children that came out of my sack. You play with minds, I will die and go to hell for my children. That's a fact. We ain't got to ask nobody. You ain't got to go pump nobody. You ain't got to pump freight. Long and strong, I ain't going to hold you, America. You violate, disrespect, cross one of mine. You violate my wife, we going to jump you. Okay. You mess with my business partners, we're going to have something to say. We have something to dance to. No bull. You're going to respect, and you're going to put some name on it. You're going to put some respect on my name no matter what you talk about. I promise you, because I'm going to do the same for you. I walk around with respect. I carry respect. Let me tell you what I have done in the last 20-odd years or more. I done worked at nightclubs alike, right? The Studio 54s of the world, the DJs on the Hill, the Taste of Brooklyn's, the Transitions, Chase Lounge, you name it. I done worked at a lot of different places doing security, right? And doing that, I learned people. I learned respect. I learned security. I learned search procedures. I learned self-respect is the biggest thing. And when I'm at them doors, at these nightclubs, at these venues, at these concerts, I bring that respect you guys give to me and I put it on my shoulder. And I display it. I put it on my chest. I put it beside me. I don't need no weapon. You guys never see me brandish a pistol in your life. And if you have, you just have. I don't need no weapon. I got God as a weapon, folks. I got God as a weapon. And I carry the sword of Jesus Christ. That's faith. I don't walk in the club. I don't walk places. I don't do security at places knowing I'm not coming home. I don't work in the jails or anything of that sort. I don't do security any type of place and thinking I'm not going to come home. I'm coming home because God makes sure I'm coming home. Because it started with me and it's going to end with me. I don't need to envy or hate no man, no woman, no child, no businessman, no boss, no employers, no employees. I need to respect me first so I can respect you too. That's just what it is, folks. And you don't got to be family to know that. If you family, you know that. Respectfully. You can have love all through your body, but you can envy something and it kills all of that. You can hate something and it kills all of that. It ain't nothing in this world that God won't do for you if you don't ask for it. But before you ask, understand what you're asking for. Try to make sure you lead by example or understand by example. And quiet is kept. You don't need no one to tell you that. You already got it in you. I don't know what type of genre of music you guys listen to. From you as a child, to a teenager, to an adult, or a baby maker, you name it. But I know all the music I was raised on, and Dean Clark, and Sammy Swift, Geneva, Miss Smith, can test to this. It's some music that's put soul in us. It's some music that they say is baby making music. That's all we know. And I go and saying this. I'm gonna leave y'all with this. They out there talking about Diddy, and he brought a lot of stuff on himself. I'm not a jury or judge. They talking about R. Kelly. They talk about Bobby Brown. They talk about James Brown. They talk about Chris Brown. What they all got in common? They love too many people. Their music touched too many people. Is it their fault? Hell no! Because I'm always to some Bobby Brown. I don't give a crap what no one say about Bobby. None. I'm always to some Robert Kelly, his music. He may got some personal stuff you got to get with God with. He need help. Diddy too. Diddy done hurt so many people in so many different ways as far as music, words. I can't say physical because I ain't never heard him hurt nobody physical. I seen the Cassidy video, but I'm not no judge and no jury. I ain't gonna crucify nobody. I ain't see it. You get what I mean? But one thing they got in common, especially those music makers, they made some great music. That was their heart and soul in it, folks. And we listened to it then. Why not keep listening to it now? I'm Jay Works. This is Street Savvy, the podcast. Keep listening to the podcast moment and keep supporting Street Savvy, the podcast. PD Code, the clothing line and apparel, and these words that come out of his compelling mouth. Jay Works. I love you, folks. Tonight at 8 p.m. prime time. Another show, another podcast moment.